Believe, written and illustrated by 5th grade students of Richardson Elementary School in Webster Parish. In the summer of 1997, a happy-go-lucky grasshopper named Gary Grasshopper was born. Gary Grasshopper's body was a dark brownish-orange color, and he had eyes as blue as the sky. He was different from the other grasshoppers because he was missing one of his back hopping legs. Also, he was grass intolerant. It did not bother Gary Grasshopper that he could not eat grass because he could eat berries at the local Berry Queen. What really mattered to Gary was that he could not hop with his friends because he did not have one of his hopping legs. Gary believed with all of his heart that he would overcome his problem, and one day he would hop. Gary Grasshopper lived in a small village named Grass Hill Springs. Grass Hill Springs was located at the farm, near a large town known as Minden. Gary Grasshopper's house was a small teepee made of small sticks, dried grass, and brown mud. One bright sunny morning, Gary Grasshopper was sitting under a shade tree, reading a book titled Lost Limbs. Suddenly, a small stick fell from the tree. Gary Grasshopper had a great idea. He attached the stick to his body using sticky sap from the tree. Gary tried to hop using the stick. The stick was too tall, and he could only wobble. Next, Gary Grasshopper made a crutch out of a twig and tried to hop, but he could only hobble. Then he took the bouncy ball that Grasshopper gave him on Grass-Grippings Day and stuck it to his belly with gooey mud. But when the bouncy ball bounced, he bounced so high that he landed upside down on his back. Finally, Officer Bugsby told Gary Grasshopper about a new hoppotherapist, Dr. G. Hopper, at Legaway Clinic. Gary Grasshopper made an appointment with Dr. Hopper for the very next day. That day he was fitted with a hopostatic bionic leg. The next year, Gary Grasshopper won his first gold grass blade in the hurdles at the Grass Olympics. As he accepted his gold grass blade, Gary Grasshopper proudly sang out, "Just believe and you will achieve." Gary Grasshopper lived happily ever after. The end.